guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Blessing. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you see my face for the first time, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So in today's video, I'll be telling you tips you need to know before going to Lagos market, or basically what you need to know when shopping in Lagos market. First of all, Lagos market is also known as Eco Market, Balogun Market. Well, some people call it Idumota Market, but Idumota is quite different, or it's like a segment of the Eco Market. Then with some people call it, Tom Jones Market. It has so many names, but it is popularly called the Eco Market in Lagos market. It's one of the biggest markets here in Lagos, and this is a market I visit quite often. I personally love to shop a lot. I love going shopping. I love to go to the market. As a child, I used to follow my mom to Balogun Market all the time, so I know a lot of places in Balogun Market because I just like going. So over the years, I've picked up a few tips and tricks and things I do when going to Balogun Market. So if it's something you're interested in, please keep watching. I'm so passionate about this because I love to shop. I love to go to the market. I love bargaining, negotiating. I just love this kind of stuff, and I'm used to doing that in Balogun Market. So that's why I feel I'm in the right position to give you these tips. So yeah, let's just jump right into the video. The first thing you need to do when going to Lagos market is to have a list. You need to prepare your list of what you want to buy. Have an idea of what you want to buy in the market, because the market is big. There are so many vendors, so many people walking by, and you may end up getting confused if you don't really know what to buy. So if you don't have like a budget, or not really a budget, an idea of what exactly you want to get, you may end up buying based on impulse, and when you get home you find out that you don't really need what you bought. So make sure you have a list, a plan of what to buy, so that when you go to the market you know where exactly you are going to. So basically, to avoid impulsive buying, have a list of things you need to buy in the market. Also, you want to go to Balogun Market early. People always complain of traffic. It's terrible going to Balogun Market. It's advisable to go early. And when going to the market, please don't go with your car. It's not really ideal. I mean, where are you going to park? There are parking spaces, but you need to pay for parking when you go to the market. And aside from that, you need to sometimes give your car keys to people at the car park, which is sometimes not ideal, because I mean, they can go into your car without your permission. You wouldn't know if they go into your car because you are giving them access to your car. So it's advisable not to go with your car, or if possible you can park your car somewhere else. Maybe if you have a friend that stays nearby, you can park your car close by. It's better that way. But going into the market with your car is not really ideal, because I mean, there are a lot of people walking around everywhere. Where do you want to park your car? It's better not to go with your car, and go early. I'm used to going to the market, so sometimes I could go in the morning, I could go in the evening. I can go to Balogun Market anytime. The fact that I'm used to Balogun Market doesn't mean I go every day. So I compile a list of things I need maybe for a week or two, and then I go to Balogun Market and get them. I don't have time to go during the day. I could go in the evening, get a couple of things. Yeah, but it's advisable to go early because of traffic. Basically, that's just it. This brings me to my next point, which is bargaining. That's like the key. That's like the major point here. You need to bargain well in Balogun Market. So from my previous point, going early, there are two things with going early, okay, and bargaining. So when you go early to the market, vendors are like, oh, you are my first customer, I really want to sell to you. I want you to open my market, because that's what they call it. And you are the first person coming to price something from me, so I want you to buy. So as a result, depending on how you negotiate, they can as well just sell for you, so that you can open their market per se. Opening their market means being the first person to buy for the day, and thereby opening more ways for other people to come and buy from them. That is what it means. It can also be a bad thing if you go early, because I mean, it's the beginning of the day, so they're like, okay, if you don't buy, someone else will buy. It's the beginning of the day, before noon, I mean, other people will come. But when you go in the evening, no other person is coming, like people are closing. So when I go to the market in the evening, they've made their sales for the day. So an extra 10,000 naira, an extra sale to them is a plus to them. So they'll be like, even if it's the last market for the day, let me just sell, cover it up from tomorrow's sale. So when you go in the evenings, you are also likely to get better deals. So that's pro and cons of going very early to the market. So that's it. Let me tell you how I bargain. Personally, I know for a fact that vendors tend to increase their prices by 3. So whenever I want to price, I slash the price by 2 and sometimes go below. If I go to buy something and they tell me, okay, baby, it's 5,000 naira, I'll be like, okay, is it not 2,000 naira? So slashing the price by 2 is 2,500, but going below is 2,000. So there's a likelihood or a very high tendency that they will sell probably by 2,500, 3,000. They'll sell that item to me. But then you have to have it at the back of your mind that these people inflate their prices by 3. They always do. So I got something recently at Balogun market, and the first price the guy told me was ridiculous. I'm like, how can I buy this item for that amount? I was there, I negotiated with the guy, I was trying to make payment, we've agreed the price. Somebody else came to price the same item and he gave the person the exact same price. Another person came and he gave the person a higher price. So it depends on your bargaining power. So I bought it for example, let me say I went to buy an item and he told me it was 7,000 naira. I was like, 7,000, why? Is it not 2,500? That's how I started. We went back and forth, and I agreed to buy it for 3,000 naira. So I was in the process of paying for it when somebody else came and he told the person 7,000 naira, and that person was able to bargain, and she was like, okay, it's not 4,000. He agreed. Another person came, oh, how much is this? Oh, it's 8,000 naira. I said 8,000. Okay, is it not like 4,000? Is it not 4,500? He didn't agree. Oh, after haggling, and I was just there looking, like, it depends on negotiating power, your potential. That is how they are going to sell to you. I cannot say, oh, I just bought it for 3,000. Tell the lady it's 3,000. That's spoiling market for the guy, and he will not be pleased. He can end up not selling to you. Okay, so it depends on the negotiating power. When you're going to Balogun market, put on your negotiation hat, because you are going to price, like, just know that you're going to price, except for things like food and drinks that you can't price, like pure water or bottled water or soda. This, what do they call it, all this Coke and Fanta, people don't have fixed prices, so you cannot afford to go price, so start pricing those ones. Okay, so apart from those ones, other things you can price in the Balogun market, and you can definitely get a reduced price. Another thing you need to know is that timing influences the price. The time you go to the market influences the price you'll be given. I mentioned this in my previous points about bargaining. So first of all, there is what we call evening market. In Balogun market, everybody go to Balogun market during the day, but people that live close by, that go in the evening, there's something called the evening market. This set of vendors only come out in the evening. There is an advantage and a disadvantage to this. My mom will say, be very careful with markets that they sell with lights or with lamp, because you're not even seeing what you are buying clearly. It could be dented, it could be bad, you're not seeing it clearly because it's night. Okay, that's one of the disadvantages of buying in the evening. Buying in the evening, you tend to get a better price, because the price they give people during the day, these people just want to go home and close their sales for the day. So whatever you price, they'll be like, just come and take it. And the trick we do, you negotiate something and they don't agree, you move forward a bit with the hope that they'll call you. When when you take about 3 to 4 steps and the vendor does not call you, and you're walking slow, sometimes you turn back, other times that's if you're tired, other times you just keep going. One thing you need to have at the back of your mind, which leads me to my other point, is there is limitless vendors. So there are so many vendors. So if you don't buy from vendor A, you can definitely go buy from vendor B. So vendor A is very much aware of the fact that if you don't buy from him, there's every tendency you will buy from someone else. So when you come to his shop to negotiate and he sees that you're serious and you intend to buy, he tries to sell for you. But mind you, they will not sell below their cost price. So be very, very careful when negotiating with these people, because instead of going around the shops, why not just buy from somebody instead of going around and still buying at the same price. So what I do most of the time is I try to find out prices from, you know, the first few people I meet in a lane. For example, Balogun market, if you've not been there, there's a lane for everything. So there's somewhere they sell maybe lace materials, there's a place they sell, you know, food items, plastics, you know, there's so many places, gift items, souvenirs and all of that. So when you go somewhere, maybe a line where they sell souvenirs, and you want to buy let me say plastic cups, and you try to find out, okay, how much is a dozen of plastic cups, you're told, you try to find out from other shops nearby, not directly opposite them, obviously, because they are going to be like, you know, don't sell to him, or it's the same price, or they probably heard you bargaining with the other person. So you move some few shops forward, find out the price. Okay, you're noting the prices, move some few shops forward, you find out the price. By so doing, you're able to compare, okay, these people cannot be cheating me, they all cannot just be calling the same price, this is the least they can sell this particular item. Then you go somewhere and buy. That is how you have an idea of what these things actually cost. Okay, when these vendors are selling, they always tell you, oh, I no buy am like that, now only 10 naira till they sell them, now only 100 naira they on top. It's a lie. And go forward and get it for a cheaper rate. And it's okay if you buy at a higher rate. Sometimes it's fine, you don't have to get yourself worked up or feel like you've been cheated, especially if it's just a few naira. For example, you saw, instead of buying something, you know, 2.5, you ended up buying it 2.7. It's okay, you don't have to work yourself up over it. At least you've learned the next time you're going to buy it around that price. I mean, that is if the prices doesn't change with the economy we are in now. If you buy something today, go tomorrow, the price has doubled. I mean, I don't know, but God your. Another thing you need to know is that when going to Balogun market, don't have makeup on, dress extremely casually, wear very comfortable clothes. If you're going clothes shopping, I usually wear either I wear a maxi dress, like something very free, so that I could try on clothes, or I wear, you know, leggings, something very, very comfortable that I don't need to, you know, struggle with. Wear comfortable shoes that will not in any way discomfort you. Just dress comfy. Also have it at the back of your mind that there are so many vendors, or there are so many, I don't know what to call them, touts, or these touts that we, you know, always try to harass the lady, you know, come and buy for me. They are dragging you, they are pulling you, they are harassing you, they're touching you anyhow. So if you dress in a provocative manner, you are only luring them to come to you. Okay, also be very firm when you're speaking to a vendor, but don't be too rude to them. Be polite when speaking to them, but firm at the same time, because if you try to insult them or you try to speak to them rudely, they will all gang up against you and start calling you names and insulting you. Try to be firm with them, but at the same time polite. Speak to them politely. Have it at the back of your mind. My mom will always say to me, it is your money and you have every right to either buy or not buy. You don't have to let anybody make you feel bad for not buying from a particular vendor. It is your money, you have it in your hands. So whether you are able to get what you want, or you are not able to get the bargain price or whatever, don't feel bad about it. Go somewhere else, it's your money. Because when they are trying to drag you, come and buy from us, everybody's pulling you, they are pulling you. You have to be like, oh, excuse me, don't pull me. You can do that for once, twice. If you do it too much, have it at the back of your mind that they are going to insult you. Once they are pulling you, oh, come and buy from me, and you're like, oh, please, can you stop touching me? The next thing is, what's wrong with this one? See how she be safe, you're not even fine. Get used to it, okay? They are going to say that, but it doesn't really matter. You know, these things don't stick on you. When someone insults you, it doesn't stick on you. Some people feel offended and they, you know, start fighting and all of that, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't have time for that. I didn't come to the market because of you, okay? So I'm just going to focus on what I came for. So if people call you names, I'll be like, oh, she's not even fine, says, and because when they call you, you can't buy something, all those kind of dirty talks, please just ignore them, okay? But get used to it. Have it at the back of your mind that these things are going to happen. They'll probably do it to you. Yeah, life goes on. It's not the end of the world. That's just how they. Also, when going to Balogun market, try as much as possible to have cash on you. Don't have too much cash so that you don't end up buying what you do not plan to buy. Estimate prices and then go a little bit above the price, and have cash, physical cash on you. So there are a couple of ATMs around the market. but there are usually long queues on these ATMs, and the cash tends to finish very quickly. So if you know what is good for you, please just go with cash to avoid stories that touches the heart, because not all vendors accept transfers or POS and all of that, because they don't want you to run away with their money. But right now, currently, I feel they are a bit more open. They're a bit more open to transfers, because the last couple of shopping I've gone, I didn't really go with cash, and I've been able to successfully transacted businesses with these people by, you know, making transfers and using POS. So if you're lucky, you do that. But if you're not lucky, have cash on you, please, so that you don't end up, you know, pricing and negotiating and getting the goods. At the end of the day, you don't have money to pay for it, or there's network issues or something. So yeah, always carry cash. You need to be very, very security conscious in Balogun market. So Balogun market is so busy, especially if you go on Saturdays, or, you know, during public holidays. That is when people don't go to work, they all go to the market. That's just the truth of the matter. People that, you know, the working class, they don't have a lot of time to go to the market. So the time they have to go to the market, I mean, people that go to work 9 to 5, the time they have to go to the market is on Saturdays or during public holidays. So you need to see how packed these markets will be during these days. Also, during Christmas time, when it's almost, you know, the festivity period, there's usually a rush. Like, people are pushing each other in the market. If you're not careful, they will snatch your bag. So when going to the market, don't carry your bag and face it back and let it be swinging around. No, you're not here for a fashion show. Hold it under your armpits very tight. And if possible, bring it to the front. People even hang it across their neck, let it be in front of them. You know, people do all manner of things, hide their purses, because, you know, I've heard stories of people's bags being slashed with knives and the items are being removed, and these people carry empty bags around the market and not knowing that their items have been stolen. So be very, very security conscious in the market. Hold your phones or your properties, everything, keep them very well. Do not keep your phone in your back pocket so that they don't pick it. You mean, there's a lot of pickpocketing happening in the market, so hold your things very. Another point I would like to state is, if you know how to speak the language of the vendor, please do. If you go there and you start speaking Queen's English, instead of the price being tripled, the first price, it will be they will increase the price. I don't want to be dramatic. So instead of them to triple the price, they are going to make it very, very high, because you are there with Queen's English. That means you have money. The same way, if you dress lavishly, you know, you're well dressed, you know, as if you are going for a fashion show, they are going to cheat you because you have money. You look like somebody that have money. If you come, you're wearing a very expensive watch, you're wearing an expensive ring, expensive jewelries. They're looking at you, they look at you from head to toe. You can look at her slippers. These slippers or these sneakers can cost this amount of money. So they kind of like rate you first before they give you a price. But if you just come looking like somebody even sent you to the market, what you are buying is not for you, they're probably going to sell to you. So that is it. And if you're speaking Queen's English, you probably have money. But if you speak Yoruba, Igbo, or Pidgin, are likely going to sell to you, because they are more open to negotiation, they are more open to bargaining. If the vendor is an Igbo person and you start, maybe you notice it in their accent, or you hear him speak Igbo to a fellow vendor or somebody, and you can speak Igbo, please go all in and speak Igbo. If it's Yoruba, try, you know, speak Pidgin. Pidgin is even better than, you know, trying to form as if you understand their language. So that's what I do. I either speak Pidgin because I can speak Pidgin fluently, or that Pidgin is broken English, or I speak the language. If it's Igbo, if it's Yoruba, I just try, you know, to speak with them. That is it. Another point is, when buying things, it's better to go where things are sold in bulk. I have said this before. There's a place for everything. There's Okiari, there is Holloway. I mean, it's just divided into different segments, and each part has what they specialize in. You know, there is a place for underwears, there's a place for men's clothing, women's clothing. You know, there is Okiari, there is Holloway. What's that place called? There's a place for everything. So if you want to buy something, don't just buy from, you know, you just come down from the bus and then you see somebody selling the thing you want to buy, you just buy from that person. Do you know how much that person is selling? For the person to come out from inside the market and you are seeing the person on the road, you have to pay convenience fee because it's already on your leg. You are not going far to get it. But if you walk far, you walk into the market where they sell these things, where they sell in bulk, you'll be surprised at the ridiculous amounts these people on the street add to their prices, honestly. So make sure you are able to walk into the market when buying something. One thing that is very, very common in Balogun market is the fact that when you go somewhere to buy something, for example, you want to buy a yellow shirt, okay, and you go there, please, I would like to buy a yellow shirt. And this person actually, you can see shirts all over his shop, but you're not sure if he has yellow or not. And you walk into his shop and he doesn't have. He will go somewhere else. He will go to his neighbor. Definitely come back with a yellow shirt to you. Bear in mind that the neighbor has told him how much he wants to sell his shirt. For example, 3,500. When he comes to you, he may tell you 6,000, and the least price he will agree to sell to you will be 4,380. Why? When he pays his colleague 3,500, he needs to have his own profits. So what I do most of the time is when I see them going somewhere, I either follow them or I watch where they are going, and at the end of the day, if we don't agree, I'll go to that person myself, because that person will give me a direct price without this vendor's commission on top of it. So that's what I do. If I see that you don't have something and you're going somewhere else to get it, I'd rather go there myself. I'll get it there than to buy it from you. That's what I do. So yeah, so these are the few tips and tricks I've been able to pick up from Lagos market over the years as a result of going there consistently. I see those people carrying load on their head. They're called head porters or alabaru. Those people that carry load on their head. Before they carry your load, ask them how much it's going to cost to take you to so park or so bus stop. I'm going here. Well, how much is it going to cost? You know why? If you just see a lady standing and give her your stuff to carry on her head as a head porter, she takes you to the park. When you get there, she'll tell you 500. You'll be like, it's not this small thing you just carried, and 500, what happened? That's how issues start. They start shouting, and people will put mouth and start telling you, pay and since money, person help you carry this kind of load. I start looking like the bad person. So if you know what is good for you, just agree with them. Agree with them before they help you carry your load, so that you don't have issues with them. Okay, so that is it. Fast. When you're working in the market, please walk very smart, walk fast. Don't be too sluggish, because if you are sluggish, people will tend to push you. People will think you are naive. It just shows you are naive. You are a newcomer. You don't know anything about this place, so they would like to take advantage of you. So be smart, walk smartly, speak smartly, so that they don't use your head. They don't take advantage of you. Okay, and if you're walking slowly, there's every tendency your slippers is going to cut. It just happens. So in fact, for your slippers not to cut, don't wear slippers. Wear sneakers or sandals or something. Don't wear slippers, because there's no shoemaker. You hardly get shoemaker. You buy another slippers. That's just it. You buy another slippers. If your slippers cut in the Balogun market, you buy another slippers. There's no shoemaker anywhere. So don't wear slippers. Also, why I said you need to dress comfortably is because the weather is also hot sometimes. There's a lot of people, there's so many buildings that are built together, and the weather could be hot. So for you not to be sweating and be uncomfortable, dress comfortably, dress casually, no makeup at all whatsoever. Put your hair in a bun if you can. No need for long wigs. If you have your cornrows on, you can either go with your cornrows or a scarf or something. You better look homeless. If you can look homeless, please do. Nobody's gonna know. Like, you know what? One thing I've noticed, why is it that when you don't dress your best, that's when you meet people on the streets. But when you're looking peng, you won't see anybody Nobody's gonna call you, hey, hi, hello. You won't see anybody But just say, well, today. That's when you see people It always happens. I don't know why. So bottom line is, always look put together, at least the barest minimum. Have a lip balm or something. Look presentable. That's all. so you don't keep looking homeless all the time and people keep seeing you and think there's something wrong. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. It was so much fun for me filming it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, if you liked it, please click the like button. It makes YouTube know that you like my video and it recommends my video to other people. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Share this video with your friends. Leave a comment in the comment section about your experiences in Lagos market. Has something really happened to you in Lagos market? Has your phone been stolen in Lagos market? Have you lost your wares in Lagos market? That's story for another day. But let me tell you a quick one. You know, you buy something in the market and forget it in the market. It's possible. It happens. You will buy it in the market, it will get lost in the market. You will not take it home. Anyway, I hope it doesn't happen to you. Have a blessed week and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.